So around 2 seasons ago, I went and I checked my stats, and I think my overall win percentage in ranked was around 71%. And we've only really used FLOOWANDEREEZE, but it's surprising to see that it's still above 71, 71.6 right now, despite all of the nerfs that this deck has taken. So that just proves that the deck is still kind of resilient. I really did think the deck was going to be completely dead after the limit of 1 to Empin. But yeah, we're still doing work out here. What we're going to do in this video is take a look at a couple of matches that I played on my way up to Diamond 2, currently on a 4-win streak. The sad thing is though, like this one match that I lost here that like broke another win streak, I misplayed. I had the game in the bag and I misplayed and I lost it. So that's on me. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these matches. And hopefully this weekend of the 22nd of July, I can hit Master Rank and then use the final week to try my best to grind to Master 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these matches now. So in this first matchup here, we are going second, and you're going to see that FLOOWANDEREEZE does have some more application in the meta right now with the trap decks coming to prevalence. Traptrix got their support, Labyrinth got their support. In particular, this Traptrix matchup isn't actually that bad, and the main reason is because if you're familiar with this deck at all, you know that a lot of their trap cards are actually dealing with special summon monsters. So you can see here like Void Trap Hole, for example, is a card that when your opponent special summons a monster, it deals with that. So it is very beneficial. They were able to reset it, so we're not worried about this card at all. It's completely dead against us. If anything, it's helping us because it's taking up a back row slot for the opponent. The Rafflesia is a bit of a problem though. We do have to deal with that, and again, another reason why Book of Moon can be so good is that we can just negate this pretty much off the field by just booking it. So the only thing we really have to worry about is the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, kind of negating the banish return of a bird and dealing 2000 damage to us. So off of the Prosperity, we're absolutely going to be taking that Unexplored Winds. We then Book of Moon the Rafflesia, and Unexplored Winds will be able to be used after I search with the Eaglin here to get Empin and tribute over that Gravedigger's Trap Hole before we even have a chance to activate a Banished Bird. Now off the Robina, I did go for Harpy Dancer here because you can see already the amount of utility here. Empin can search map, activate map, but off Empin, we're going to then summon Harpy Dancer, use the effect, bring back Empin, re-summon the Empin by sending off their other trap card with the Unexplored Winds and the Eaglin, get Empin back, search trap card, we activate map, we reveal Stree, we got the 4th bird in rotation, we can use the Advent that we haven't used yet to get Snowl and end on 2 big birds and the Harpy Dancer, clear out the opponent's field, leave them on nothing, the opponent realizes it and they just end up scooping it up. Alright, I just wanted to include this clip because I love it when this happens. It's very rare when it does, but we are going second. Our opening hand doesn't seem that bad to go second with. We do have the pot cards to dig for a Dark Ruler, and we do have the Evenly Match and the Shifter in case the opponent is on a relevant deck. And look at this, a 60 card pile. They activate that, grass looks greener. We chain Shifter, their field lit up, and I'm like, please don't have the called by. They do not. It probably was a Max C. And I think I counted this out of the 19 cards that were milled and banished, I think like 12 of them are relevant for the deck. And then yeah, they lose their grass, of course, that's the 20th card. As soon as they see us activate the Extravagance, they scoop. So going second, we're able to pull out some wins still with this deck in the upper ranks of Diamond. So this next matchup here is going to have me showcase for you why you really do want to make sure you're paying attention and not kind of like half sleeping or distracted if you care about actually winning your matches. I know this game can seem frustrating at times, but honestly a lot of it is just like me or like you as a player misplaying, right? So look at this, I was on my tablet and I'm just like going through the motions because I was in bed just like, not really half asleep, but like kind of not paying attention fully. And I just like, going through the motions like mechanically. I'm like, oh yeah, Robina summon, that's good. Search Eaglin, search search Empin, and then I realized like, oh, Empin's not showing up. Oh yeah, it's at 1, and I banished it for Advent. So I have to go for Snowl, and my end board is now just Snowl. So it's really, really bad here, right? Because what I had to do was summon Robina, search Toucan so that I could bring back the Empin here. And again, I'm just like so frazzled now at this point that I'm thinking like, okay, they summon Unizombie. If I was going to Snowl, I should just Snowled on summon and not wait for them to activate the effect. For some reason I thought, oh yeah, they activate the effect, it targets, then I flip it face down, the target's no longer there, so it doesn't send the Necro-Rolled Banshee, which is obviously what they're going for, and therefore I avoid getting Zombie World. But I guess the reason I do this is to avoid them having one in hand, normal summoning it, and then using the effect anyways. So yeah, another huge misplay because yeah, it's going to get flipped face down, but the effect will still definitely resolve here. So they do send the Necro-Rolled Banshee, and again, I'm not like completely all that worried as long as I don't get OTK, because even if they bring out Doom King Balderoach and stuff like that, I do have the Dark Ruler no more to beat it. So yeah, they're gonna get their Xiamen off of the Foxy Tune. That's not great. And then they make a really odd play with Ogre Dance here, summoning it to the field. I guess Doom King doesn't beat over this, so maybe that's why they went for this. And then they go for the Immortal Dragon here, which is going to be able to dump the Glow Up Bloom, which is going to be able to then bring out Doom King. No, they bring out the Vampire Fraulein, which is kind of cool tech. And they're going to wipe our board. The opponent probably, I bet you I know why they did it this way, because I bet you they thought Zombie Worlds is an FTK against Floowandereeze. There's nothing they can do, right? So they're just going for like whatever. They don't have to worry about going for an OP setup or anything. They probably think they have it in the bag because of the Zombie World. I didn't change my toggle to off, so when the opponent went to go main phase 2, it did ask me if I want to do something, and so if the opponent is smart, they know that, oh hey, he has evenly matched. So because I have Duster, I'm not too worried at this point. The opponent did use their normal summon, so I'm going to clear off all their monsters, because without a doubt they're keeping Zombie World here, and even if they end up setting cards, I just Duster them all away anyways, so this way I actually save my own battle phase, so it's not necessarily a bad thing here. So main phase 2, the opponent does indeed set a card, and despite all those misplays, I'm somehow not out of the game. That's the power of evenly matched, saving scrubs like me from these losses. So Duster does clear out the opponent's back row. It was a call by, so meaningless in the end anyways. They know we have Robina and we have Engine rolling, so they probably just were like, yeah, I'm not going to sit through you setting up, because now you're going to search Toucan off the Robina, get your Empin back, set up trap card, and I just lose. So they end up scooping there, and we're able to take that match despite those terrible misplays. Alright, in this matchup we are once again losing coin tosses, but I guess it's okay. Let's see how it goes. We do have the Dark Ruler and we do have Engine, so this opponent reveals that they're on a 60 card or 55 card Thunder Dragon pile. Likely, you know, Ishizu, Chaos, Thunder Dragon, Tearlevin, Branded, you know, whatever these decks do these days. Yeah, this card single-handedly beats us, Thunder Dragon Colossus. This is why we play things like Dark Ruler no more. So we top deck the one of Lightning Storm. So again, we play Lightning Storm and Duster now because we are expecting Labyrinth, which I haven't actually been seeing. So, you know, maybe taking these out might be a good choice. But in this scenario, we are going to be able to Lightning Storm the opponent's back row. They chain Designator, and I'm like, okay, are they just banishing a Thunder Dragon card that would be negated? They banish Ash Blossom, which is, I'm like, that's good for me, because now I can just Dark Ruler your... look at this, it got an animation. I'm pretty sure it didn't have an animation before. That's pretty sick. Anyways, Dark Ruler negates the Colossus now, and because I don't have to worry about Imperm, right, because he has a card in the field, I don't have to worry about Ash since you negated it with the crossout. I can use the Advent to get map on field here and go full rotation, whereas if the opponent did have Ash, I guess I would still try to bait it out with the Advent, and then they would Ash the Advent prevent us from getting map. Regardless, yeah, we're just going to do the standard Floowandereeze combo here. I do opt to extend with Stree and Toucan just so I can grab back the Advent of Adventure, go battle phase, beat over the Colossus, and set to and pass, because we do no damage the turn we activate Dark Ruler. The opponent has 4 cards in hand. Given how their turn 1 went, I'm anticipating that they are either on hand traps or just like kind of dead cards, even though they were able to allure. So they do have the Duster expected. They have board breakers. So we're going to chain the Advent. This is an interesting combo. This is why I'm including this clip. We're chaining the Advent and banishing the Empin, and then we're chaining the Dreaming Town as well. Now the opponent probably thinks you just screwed up because you only have 1 Empin and you just banished it and your 1 of Toucan is already on board. But the way that I play this out has to be very specific. So we're going to lose everything, unfortunately, because this would have been really good interruptions against our opponent, right, with map and everything. We summon Robina, we chain block it with the Robina that is banished, and we search for, if you watch my decklist video, a second Toucan. So we summon the Toucan. I bet you the opponent was like, are you kidding me? I run into like the only player who runs 2 Toucan. Anyways, the Toucan is going to be able to get the Empin back, and again, this is why I used Advent to banish it. And one of the reasons I did want to bring Advent back was in case of a evenly matched. If the opponent evenly me, I would banish the 2 small birds, which get banished face up. I would Advent away the Empin so it gets banished face up. And I would have to banish my 1 of Trap now that I play, the field spell that I activated, and leave my map on field. Alternatively, if I wanted the dynamic interruption, I would banish the 1 of map and keep the 1 of Trap. But that way my Empin is at least still in rotation, and I don't really lose that much from evenly matched. That's why I played it out that way, to get the Advent back. Advent is your best protection against evenly matched from losing your Empin, right? So keep that in mind. Anyways, with this extension here, we are now going to be able to use the Eaglin and the Stree here, chain blocking the whole way through. So the two searchers in Robina and Eaglin were chain block. We searched the Snowl off of the Advent, and then off of Eaglin we search Apex. And I'm like, I don't really want to play hard into Super Poly. And, you know, if I put Apex on board, you know, the Empin and the Apex will be super polyed away. Yes, he could super poly me with the Toucan and the Empin, but at least I still have a dynamic disruption in Snowl. Whereas Apex, it's a one-time Omni Negate, and these Thunder Dragon decks are known for being able to extend through Graveyard, etc. So I'm like, I think the Snowl is a better play here, because anything that he special summons at any point in time, I can flip everything face down. And Colossus is at 1, so I've already outed it, unless he can send it back with like a Thunder Dragon Fusion or something. I don't have to worry about that. But if he does bring it out again, I can flip it face down with Snowl. And, you know, the Thunder Dragon cards, they protect themselves by banishing Thunder Dragon monsters when they would be destroyed. So an easy out to it, to getting it, you know, the effects off the field, is just Snowl booking them, right? So that's the logic there behind going for Snowl. The opponent reveals TTT using Snowl, you know, getting the extra normal summons, which I'm like, sure, good luck summoning like high-level Thunder Dragon monsters. They opt to try to out my Empin, and I use Empin effect to cut the attack. And then I think the opponent was like, yeah, there's no way to extend, and they end up scooping. So Dark Ruler coming in clutch against the Thunder Dragon Colossus.